What's going on, everybody? We are only a couple of days away from the finale of Hawkeye on Disney+. So stick right here because we've got all of the details and predictions for episode 6. We're going to start right off before we get into all of this stuff behind me here with an apology, a little bit of an admission. I am man enough to admit whenever I have made mistakes. Normally, I like to come on here and say, hey, we went 6 for 7. We went 5 for 7. We made a whole lot of good predictions. But this last prediction video, we went 1 for 7 on these. I thought several things were going to happen. I kind of split up some of the elements of what needed to happen between episodes 5 and 6. And we didn't really get that, which to me was a little bit of a letdown. But it means that we're setting up for a lot of big things happening in episode 6. There's a whole lot of things that have to happen. But after seeing episode 5, I think there's some things that we might get that we're not expecting. So having said that, let's dive right into it. He is finally here. Kingpin has arrived on the scene. And with our little teaser reveal at the end of episode 5, I think that means we're going to see more of him in episode 6. Now, I think we're going to get some flashbacks. Perhaps, several episodes have given us flashbacks before the Marvel logo has flipped through. But is that what really happened to Maya's dad? Is that what really happened to Kate's dad? Is that how Kingpin got hooked up with Eleanor? Is that something to do with the watch over here? We're going to discuss that in a minute too. Whether it's that or whether we just get some interaction with Kingpin as the episode comes to a close, he is going to be in the episode. Vincent D'Onofrio is credited at the end of episode 5. He's going to be credited in episode 6. I think it's more than just a passing, oh, hey, I'm here, and you're going to have to wait for another series. They kept it too tightly under wraps. They've talked about it way too much to do anything other than at least put him on screen and give him some lines to show how menacing he is and how much he's been pulling the strings here. Even if it's just set up for some other stuff, he's going to be in the episode. But having said that, with our forecast, there's damage likely. This guy doesn't go places where bad things don't happen. So when he shows up, something bad's going to happen. After that, there is going to have to be a Yelena and Clint showdown. If you've looked at any of the trailers that show some footage that we haven't seen yet, there's one episode left, so it's got to happen in this episode, right? Yelena and Clint are headed for a showdown. They're going to have to interact. They're going to have to do something there. But I have Kate on here because I think somehow she's going to be the voice of reason. She's going to be the one to get in between them. On the rooftop in episode 4, Clint gets in between Kate and Yelena. Clint gets in between Kate and Maya whenever they're all fighting. And I think Kate is going to be the one to do that this time. And there's going to be some resolution there. Kate's already made the comment that Clint's not who she thinks she is. Yelena's not convinced, but Yelena knows that she was hired by somebody else and that there's something else going on here. So I don't think they're going to leave it at, well, she just runs off or she still believes or Clint has to offer himself up. I think he might do that, but I think he has owned who he is and he's trying to make a different path. And so in an effort to do that, there's going to be some resolution here. As far as the movie, the show is concerned and different tropes in Christmas movies, we've got to have our Christmas miracle. What is Clint's Christmas miracle here? Is it this with Yelena? Is it something else? Is it snow on Christmas? Is it just him getting home for Christmas Eve? I think there's something more than that. I think there's something we haven't seen yet that's going to make for, that was a really heartwarming Christmas tale, and it all kind of wraps it up in a nice bow, metaphorically speaking. But we still haven't had that. So I think these things have to happen here. In addition, we've seen a lot of footage of the Bishop Christmas party. We've seen Clint in a tuxedo. We've seen him jumping out of windows, going over Rockefeller Plaza and landing in the ice skating rink on the Christmas tree. All those different things. The Christmas party is going to be how we get to the big showdown there. Whether that is Kazi and the tracksuit people going after Clint, or the tracksuit people going after Clint and Kate on behalf of Kingpin and Eleanor, that remains to be seen. But I don't think Maya is going to be the one that they're having to fight. I think something with Maya, that's going to be a different story that we might have to approach in the Echo series. But I think she's going to show up, but I don't think that she's going to be the one to really make a difference in this fight. I think there's more going on here with Kingpin, Eleanor, Yelena, Kate, all those kind of things, and the Echo stuff is going to be pursued elsewhere. Last time I said that, you had to watch Kate and Eleanor and Jack, and there was going to be some kind of resolution there. Other than him getting arrested, there really wasn't. But I think this might be where the twist is, given some of the things that we've seen before. And I still think there's some elements that need to kind of be, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. They've really kept us in the dark about Jack and this whole swordsman thing. Who killed Armand? Why did he not want Jack to be involved with Eleanor and vice versa? I wonder if Jack is being set up a little bit and that he might be a good guy that we love to hate type guy, and that he kind of comes to Kate's rescue. But I think I'm hoping we get to see some more of his fighting abilities. They teased it too much for us to not, and hopefully that's coming here. Now, maybe he's a throwaway character and he ends up being some kind of death or he sacrifices himself. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to go out on that far of a limb. But I think there's going to be some resolution here with a twist. I just see too much going on here that they could wrap back up. And with him being arrested, I think there's more there to mine before the series is over that is not worthy of a moving forward or an after credit scene. The cameo alert, I'm dropping back down to 50%. I know we had our Kingpin cameo, but he's going to pop up. He's no longer a cameo. I still think somebody is popping up here, but I think it has to do with the watch. If I had to be a betting man on flashbacks, I wonder if we find out who the watch belongs to in a flashback. And obviously a lot of people think it has something to do with Laura, but maybe we get another cameo there of a Nick Fury or a Coulson or something that explains how the watch ended up where it ended up, and why it is so important. I just think that there's some potential there for some really cool things, and we need to get that, and we could get that briefly and then move on to the resolution of the rest of the episode. They've got too much to wrap up to just give everything its due time. Something's going to have to give. Last episode, I said, don't temper your expectations. Just be ready for everything because Kingpin's coming and blah, 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 blah. I was wrong. I was wrong about a lot of stuff in the last episode, and I did not temper my expectations, and therefore I was a little disappointed with episode 5. So I'm saying temper your expectations a little bit of what to expect, but I think there's a whole lot that could happen, and I think this episode is going to be one of the better episodes as far as wrapping things up and finales are concerned compared to the other series that we've seen. I think the after credit scenes are going to be setups for our other shows, for other things that are coming. I don't think it's going to be the wrap things up in a nice bow. I think we're going to get that in other places here, but I think the after credit scene is going to be a little bit of a bombshell and a little bit of I can't wait till this show. I can't wait till this thing. And it's going to make some connections. Maybe that we didn't see coming. Maybe some of the cameo is there. Maybe they combine these two things and go, we didn't find out anything about the watch. And then boom. Who knows? But whatever those after credits are, be aware that that's going to change the weather patterns moving forward. Something is coming. Something is changing. Something's going to be different. And we're looking ahead to other things. So whole lot going on. I'm really excited about the finale for multiple reasons. Sometimes I get my predictions right, and a lot of times I think I'm really, coming up with a really good line and a good idea of what's going to happen. And I kind of put all my eggs into one basket for episode 5, and it didn't really pay off. And so I kind of have to double down a little bit and say, look, all this stuff is 100%. But I'm also a little nervous about how it's going to happen. So you get the 50% here. Tell us what you guys think. We're coming up to the last episode, so everybody's got a theory. Tell us how much you've liked the series. Tell us what you think about where it ranks with the other series, because after this episode and after the review of episode 6 and our Easter eggs, we're going to be talking about, we're going to do our wrap up scoreboard episode and talk about where this series ranks with the other Disney Plus series and ranking each episode. So I'm curious what you guys think about that. Check out some of our other videos over here. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this and share it all across the multiverse so you can help us get to 100 subscribers before the new year. As always, when the next one drops, we'll catch you right back here. See you guys.